Hey guys, welcome back to 59 Gaming. It is your boy, the Masked Ningen, and we are here to bring you another episode of our fan-made cards series. However, this time we are delivering it in a slightly different format, so let us know what you think down below. Do you prefer this new format or do you prefer the old one? So this video is coming out when the details for the Int Angel Golden Frieza EZA have already been announced. So we're going to go over those details here very quickly, his pre and post EZA, and then we are going to jump in and have a look at some of your guys' submissions that we took in via the form, as we always do, and then compare and contrast and see what entries you guys gave in and how they compare to what we actually got. And then you guys can let us know down below in the comments section what you think of his EZA and what you think of the custom ones that our team members picked and which one you think is the best. Maybe somebody submitted one that you think is much better than what we actually got. Maybe you think the one that we're actually getting is the best. So you can let us know all of that down below in the comments section. Make sure you have liked the video and subscribed. Make sure you're following us on Twitter so you can take part in future episodes. And let us go ahead and jump straight in and look at his details. Okay, so shout out to our boy Goresh, of course, for the translations, and here we go. Golden Frieza Angel Emperor's True Splendor. So his old leader skill was Resurrected Warriors, 3 key, HP 130, attack and defense 170, or int types 3 key, HP attack and defense 50%. We pretty much know from the other format of units that have gotten EZAs that have similar leader skills to him what it was going to be. So obviously it's Resurrected Warriors 3 key and 170 across the board, and then int types 3 key and 120% across the board. So actually a pretty decent sub leader skill if you want to throw some int units onto that team build. Definitely could be very good for extreme int ESBR if that's still a stage you need to do. His super attack is the Great Death Beam. It used to do immense damage and greatly lower defense. It now greatly raises his own defense for 1 turn, does immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense. So his passive, the Proof of True Evil, used to be attack 150 and defense 50%. Super class allies and enemies attack minus 15%. So I know this is one of the things that people didn't like about his original kit. I'm expecting to see a lot of the custom versions taking this out completely. And whilst it wasn't completely removed, it has been adjusted. So his new passive is attack 250 and defense 150%, which is already pretty good considering he's going to have EZA stats. Then he gives all enemies attack minus 15%, so it's no longer just superclass enemies. And then he gives an additional minus 7% attack for superclass allies and enemies. So he's still giving a debuff to superclass allies, but it's only 7%. Now obviously you probably want to run him on main rotation with like physical Angel Frieza, so your main rotation is 2 extreme class units. So really this is only going to be that bothersome if you have a unit floating in on the 3rd spot who's a super type, and then at the end of the day 7% debuff isn't the biggest thing in the world. But that does mean if you are fighting a super type enemy, they are getting a 22% attack buff, which is pretty nice. He gains an additional attack and defense 100% if there is a super class enemy. So now we're talking 350 attack and 250 defense while greatly raising defense on super. So post super attack, he should be looking very, very good defensively. And then he also gets attacks effective against all types if there is another Reps of Universe 7 ally attacking in the same turn. I've already seen a few people saying that they don't like that, but really you just treat this as like a nice little added bonus. If he didn't have any way to get attacks effective against all types at all, I still think his EZA would be really good. They've just thrown that in as a little bonus, and it just so happens that, you know, one of his best partners is going to be the physical Angel Frieza. So he's a Reps of Universe 7 unit, but if you're not running him with a Rep of Universe 7, super effective against all types is nice, but it's not going to make or break this Frieza's Easy A. So overall, personally, I think that is pretty good. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he actually looks like in game. So let us know what you guys think down below, and we will go ahead and jump into some of our team members' picks for the custom Easy A's, and we'll see what you guys came up with and how it compares.
Okay. My name is Vilify, and I heard that we're doing fan-made Easy A concepts for In Angel Golden Frieza and his Easy A. So let's go ahead and take a look at the submission from our guy OF_Eisen on Twitter. Don't know what the OF stands for, but I do know that Eisen is that guy. Shout out to you, Bleach fan. I love to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you cooked up for us here with this In Angel Golden Frieza Easy A. Your Easy A super attack effect, we have greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, as well as causes immense damage with a medium chance to stun. I like that, but I do think that we could increase the medium chance to like a high chance or something like that, right? It's 2022. Power creep is here. Medium chance to stun in this day and age isn't going to cut it. We want more. We want higher chances. I want more. But I do like the idea of greatly raising attack and defense. I think that's, exactly what we do need for a unit like this. Nice little slot 2 unit, more than likely with what I'm seeing here. We'd have to see the stats if this were to be the case, and then maybe we'd have to know going forward whether or not it would be a slot 1 or a slot 2 unit. So, a good super attack effect. I would definitely be okay if this was the case. If I could just change anything, I would increase the medium chance to stun to something a little bit higher. Post Easy A passive, we have Ki +2 and attack and defense plus 180% at the start of the turn. And I recorded this once before, and I thought that the superclass enemies was superclass allies, and I went on like this tangent. But he's got superclass enemies attack and defense minus 30%. It's kind of like what you see when you have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the Tech Easy A. That global will be getting during the 7-year anniversary, how he debuffs extreme class enemies. This Frieza will be a good debuffer for superclass enemies, which you would be seeing much more often throughout just like what you're doing in the game, right? So I like that. Attack and defense minus 30 is always nice, especially that lowering attack, right? Lowering defense isn't that great, but lowering attack is huge. All allies Ki +2 attack and defense and crit chance. Attack, defense, and crit chance plus 35%. I like that, but that is a huge support for a unit like this, a Dokkan Fest leader at that, right? You support 35%. Hey, I'd take that for sure. And crit chance plus 35%. I don't know. I think that might be too busted. Reduced damage received by 18%. Yeah, this guy went hard. He and then an additional 12% when. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you're saying against superclass enemies, he'd have 30% damage reduction as well as giving 35% support. 35% support and lowering attack and defense minus 30 to the enemy and disabling their guard. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot going on here with this in Angel Golden Frieza. If this is like anything like what they do for him, I think I'd be very satisfied. I am a huge fan of the 30% damage reduction against superclass enemies, as well as lowering their attack by 30%. That's like really good in an area like Super Battle Road or ESBR, especially like in some of the stages like Wicked Bloodline. I don't remember if he's on Terrifying Conquerors or not off the top of my head, but Resurrected Warriors, Other World Warriors, stuff like that. I think this is a solid unit. I'm a huge fan of this concept. Again, shout out to OF_Eisen. This was his fan-made Easy A concept. I didn't come up with this, but I just want to kind of give my thoughts on it, do a quick reaction to it. I think I would be very happy with this. Let us know what you guys think of this specific one in the comment section below. Thank you for checking out this fan-made concept. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next fan-made concept.
Alright, we're on to the next fan-made card. Here it is from Zing Zap Zoom. Now, Frieza to me is going to be a very interesting card because he doesn't have the usual Frieza links. It's obviously marred. I say marred, it's inflicted by Turner Power Key Link. So I'm curious to see how these guys are going to make it, or specifically Zing Zap Zoom. So let's look at it. So his post-Easy super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and then he greatly lowers attack and defense. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he only lowers defense. So for me, greatly lowers defense if I'm not mistaken. I like this, but I think it's doing too much just based on, what I know of previous EZAs that we've had. I don't think they're gonna drastically change it. I would love them to just add the greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. The greatly lowers attack is decent, but in the current content that we have, obviously you're gonna go for red zone, right? That's the main goal. That's what everybody's targeting to beat, right? I think, you know, we need the greatly raises attack and defense more than we need the greatly lowers attack, and this is just me assuming we have to get rid of one of them, right? If I had to go for both, I would go for both in all honesty, because that greatly lowers attack is immense for stages like Super Battle Road and stuff, right? So for me, it's a really good passive. I would cut away the greatly lowers attack just for me, you know, to kind of get an idea on how they're gonna build his EZA. His post EZA passive is an attack and defense 160. Right now it's attack 150, defense 50. So I greatly appreciate you bumping up the defense to 160 as well as the attack by 10% to 160. I think they'll probably just keep the attack 150 and boost up the defense 150. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super attack. Love that. Fantastic. Attack and defense 30% with each attack performed up to 90%. Sorry. That's really good. Yeah, I think if they do add this, I would love it if they added this. This would be unbelievably good. I think they're gonna keep that attack and defense 150. The one thing I think they might do, in all honesty, is make the card very, I wouldn't necessarily say completely similar, but very similar to Fizz Angel Golden Frieza. I completely forgot which unit I was going to refer to, but Fizz Angel Golden Frieza, I think they're going to try and design the unit in a very similar way, but we shall see. I'm curious to see how they go about it. Extreme class allies key +1 attack and defense 20%. Great, good support. Not a crazy support, but a decent support, I would say, the best way to put it. Super class enemies attack -15%. He removes the allies part, which is great. They need to remove that. I really hope they don't keep it around. I wouldn't be surprised if they do keep that allies -15% or whatever. I think it's stupid, but they might. I wouldn't be surprised. Foresees enemy super attack when all allies attacking in the same turn are of Universal Survival Saga or Resurrected Warriors. Now this one I would love. I mean, automatically when you add that, good unit, but the thing is it's super conditional, and when I mean super conditional, it requires you to be on only 2 teams, so it can be a little bit tricky to use it outside of those teams, and you won't see that happen in like a Wicked Bloodlines team or anything of that sort. Well, you might. It just depends on if you have those specific allies on your team, right? So you would have, if I'm not mistaken, let me pull up you guys are probably seeing the screen right now, right? Let me pull up all the Friezas. There are 2 Friezas that I'm looking for primarily. Well, one we know is definitely on Resurrected Warriors, and it's this unit, which is still to this day unbelievable, right? He is phenomenal. The other one would be the Tech Transforming Frieza, and there is also the potential that we might be getting a new LR Golden Frieza, right? These are all on Resurrected Warriors. So Tech Golden Frieza or Tech Frieza First Form is on Resurrected Warriors. Same with this one. You're probably gonna see some usage even on Wicked Bloodlines and such, but in my eyes, I think the best thing for them to do, in all honesty, is just to make sure. Well, I don't think you guys could see it actually. Could you guys have seen it? Oh yeah, you guys could see it. Perfect. I was just worried on the recording it didn't come out. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's going to be very interesting. I would love to see it because I think you could still play around with it a lot and take advantage of that foreseeing super attack effect, or the scouter effect as we like to call it. So yeah, we really like this card. Just need some adjustments to make it more tuned towards what Akatsuki will actually make it. But if this is what it is, unbelievably well-made card. Fantastic. Love it.
What is going on, 5'9" gamers? It's me, Naoto here, and I'm reading off my portion for the fan-made Angel Golden Frieza card. I'm not sure if anyone else did actually read the details yet, but I personally did look at the details of the Angel Golden Frieza, and he looks quite good. So I did just go ahead and decided to pick. This was my choice, as I was saying, right? So this is made by TechStorm14. Thank you very much for your submission. This guy seems pretty powerful himself, right? It's a little different from the actual Golden Frieza, which is why I kind of like it too, but yeah, this design, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense. That just, obviously, it's a very strong super attack effect, right? I really like the debuff here. I think that Angel Golden Frieza having a debuff makes sense. It's Angel Golden Frieza, right? I definitely like it, seeing that. His passive skill though, he gets 150% attack and defense, which is just a baseline good thing, and then an additional 50% when performing a super. So that's going to multiply with this, and then with this, and it's going to lead up to pretty big numbers regardless. he still gives a debuff to superclass enemies of attack and defense minus 30%. So this concept did get rid of the debuff that the EZA unfortunately still kept, and it made it larger. 30% is quite a huge debuff for sure. He's a support unit, gives extreme class allies key 3 and 30% attack and defense. He gets damage reduction and crit chance up by 6% every time key raises by 1, up to 50%. This is I like this mechanic. I think that's pretty cool. Essentially, if you get like a 12 key super attack, you're gonna get the full crit and damage reduction, which is very powerful for him. He can do an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super, and then he has a high chance of stunning and sealing all enemy super attacks when there's 2 or more enemies. This guy's just nasty, like a disgusting EZA, right? This is just very, very powerful, over the top, and honestly, I like when EZAs are just busted beyond belief, powerful, over the top, right? Golden Frieza is a unit that just does everything, like in the game, that physical one. So having this guy do like everything, I think is pretty cool. He seems like a very strong super battle unit, and it's not like he's gonna be like anything like, you know, great for Red Zone. This is more a super battle unit, right? And Red Zone is the most difficult content, so having a really strong super battle counter like this is still gonna be pretty good for the future of the game. But yeah, that's the submission I chose. Let's move on to the next creator.
What is going on, my dudes? Sasha here, back again with the homeboys of 5-9 Gaming, and we are going to be talking about the new Int Angel Golden Frieza EZA that's going to be coming out. Now, obviously, we always do the fan-made cards. We love doing these fan-made cards, and this one is no different. I really like this one, but the username, Twitter name, your mom, love it, dude. Shout out to you. You're fantastic. But let's go ahead and get into this card right here. So, as we know, originally, the Int Golden Frieza Angel had the causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense, which is okay. But now we got this EZA from your mom. Causes immense damage to enemy, greatly lowers defense, and a high chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn. That is awesome. You don't need to rainbow this unit, even though you probably already have this unit rainbowed, but it does help with the critical rate. Or critical hit in that sense, you know, so really, really like that super attack right there. Now let's go ahead and get into the passive. Attack and defense plus 200%, medium chance of launching an additional super attack, extreme class allies key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 20%, and performs an additional super attack when there is another extreme class ally attacking in the same turn. Superclass enemies attack and defense minus 20%, and guards all attacks when facing a superclass enemy. Representatives of Universe 7 category allies, chance of performing a critical hit and attack and defense plus 17%. This would be absolutely busted. And the reason why I chose this one, because of its bustedness, however you want to say it, is because I think Int Golden Frieza Angel absolutely needs this. Like, originally, the passive skill was attack plus 150% and defense plus 50%, superclass allies and enemies attack minus 15%. That's a terrible, terrible passive right there, obviously. Even, in my opinion, back in the day, when this first came out, it was a terrible passive. But now, just having him completely broken would be fantastic. The only thing that sucks is that if you're running him on a Representatives of Universe 7 team, you would have to have another Angel Frieza of some sort, which would be the physical one. But at the same time, you probably would be running him more on, you know, Tournament of Power, or, you know, probably even Resurrected Warriors, or obviously, what's it called? I keep wanting to say World's Most Malevolent, but I know that's actually the Link skill. Why am I blanking on this? That's so crazy. I'm so dumb. Wicked Bloodline, that's what it was. I don't know why I blanked on that. That's so crazy. But you would probably run him more on Wicked Bloodlines or anything like that, but to have that little bit of an extra thing for Representatives of Universe 7 is still really, really good. So, but yeah, I definitely like this one. I think that everybody would enjoy this more than the current Angel Golden Frieza. So shout out to your mom again. Great username, and also great card. Thank you so much for your submission.
What's going on, 5-9 Gamers? Joe Wags here, bringing you another EZA fan-made card video. This video might be a comparison video. I'm not sure when it's dropping, so we might be comparing these to what Int Golden Frieza actually is, or it might just be focused on the fan-made part. Not really sure there, but we're going to go through one of the fan-made ones. So Masningen put out a Twitter, and Twitter question with where you guys could jump in and kind of say what you thought that Int, Angel, Golden, and Frieza's EZA would look like. So I went ahead and found one that I thought looked pretty interesting here. So this one comes from Sippin' Coco. So Sippin' Coco took a look at the EZA, and I would say Int, Golden, Frieza doesn't have a ton to go off of. I think there's a lot of different directions they could go with this unit. They could try to model him a little bit after the physical Angel Frieza, but we'll see what they do. So this is what Sippin' Coco has here. I thought this one was pretty interesting for a couple of reasons, and I'll talk about that. So the super attack effect they have is greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, does immense damage, and massively lowers defense. I believe right now Angel, Golden, Frieza only massively lowers defense, so I do feel like having at a bare minimum a defense raise on super would be very helpful for this Golden Frieza, but getting attack and defense for 1 turn would be really good. I also wouldn't mind if they did like a 6-turn raise, like if they did like the Kid Goten and Trunks, or like the Tech Adult Gotenks, if they did that kind of build-up mechanic, I wouldn't mind that either, where you can get it for multiple turns. But this definitely could work, right? And then for the passive, they've got attack and defense 150, and then this is what I like. They've got Resurrected Warriors or Universe Survival Saga category, allies key 3 and attack and defense 40%. This would be like a dream for me, because my favorite leaders are ones that are also support units. I feel like if they did this, though, they probably would not do 2 categories, because this Golden Frieza was really built to be just Resurrected Warriors. So what I think they would do is they would do just Resurrected Warriors, and I think they would do 30% attack and defense. I don't know if they'd go on 40. That would be ridiculous if they did. So if Sippin' Coco's card here got released, I would be very excited. And then 30% damage reduction, just unconditional. So we definitely would be taking that. And then an additional damage reduction of 20% if there is a Resurrected Warriors or Universal Survival Saga category ally on the team. This is the other reason why I think they would stick to just Resurrected Warriors. I feel like Universal Survival Saga is too busted. It's way too easy. I feel like if this Frieza is going to have 50% damage reduction, I think they should really force you into Resurrected Warriors, because Resurrected Warriors is not a commonly played team right now. So I really like this idea of this Frieza supporting Resurrected Warriors and getting better around other Resurrected Warriors. I would really like them to see that pushed a little bit more to help push the category a little bit more. But I like the idea that there's damage reduction, a little bit more defense, and a support passive. I thought that all looks really, really good to me. And then all enemies attack and defense minus 25%, which is a really nice hefty chunk. And then an additional attack and defense plus 30% for the rest of the turn after receiving an attack. And I believe that comes more from the physical Angel Frieza, because he does have that passive where, like, if he gets hit, he does more damage. STR, Final Form Frieza, has that. So I definitely could see them doing, like, an anger passive on this Frieza, right? Like, he gets hit, he gets angry, gets a little bit stronger. I think pretty much when I was looking through, like, almost all of these fan-made ideas, obviously nobody left in the minus 15% attack for Superclass allies. I think if anything, right, like, if they want to keep in that theme of, like, Frieza doesn't like being around Superclass, I 100% don't think they're going to keep that negative passive in, but just give Frieza a positive passive for being around Extreme Class allies. So you could do an extra, say, 30% attack for Frieza, or 30% attack and defense for being around Extreme Class. So overall, I thought this build right here by Sippin' Coco was pretty good. I don't know that they're going to do the Universal Survival Saga part. Kudos to them if they do. If they do all of this like this, that would be really dope. But once again, I chose this because I loved the idea of having a support passive on the leader. It's my favorite type of leaders to run. So anyways, there you go, guys. We'll pass it off on to the next one.
Okay, so there you go. Some very interesting creations coming into us from the community there. So as I said at the very beginning, let us know which one you think was the best. Is it the official one that we're actually getting, or was it one of the ones that was sent in by one of you guys out there? Shout out to everybody who did submit an entry. As always, we say, you know, we get a lot of entries come in. It's always fun to look through and read them, but we can't put them all into a video. So if you didn't make it in this time, don't be discouraged. As I said at the start, make sure you are following us on Twitter, and the next time we post a link to one of these forms, you can obviously have a chance to make it into the next video. So very excited to see what this guy's going to look like in game. Looks like a very solid EZA. So let us know all of your thoughts down below on this EZA. What do you think his weakness is going to be for the event? let us know everything down below in the comment section, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the other 5-9 channels. We cover a whole bunch of stuff over here, and we will see you all next time. Peace out.